I won. Punched him in the gut enough times. I, as a boy, am stronger than a boy and a robot. That's a serious test of strength, if you ask me. Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm looking at Lead the School over on Scratch from HeyoGame, aka Bioplant. I've played some of their Henry Stickmin Flash games, fan games, here on the channel, including the Surviving the Snowstorm and their remix of Crossing the Pit. I've heard some really interesting things about Lead the School. I don't really know what it's about, but people have generally been quite impressed by it as a game. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Eric. As a game, as a Scratch game, every day, Eric would get bullied by Floyd. He's a real jerk. Floyd was the toughest bully in school. Everyone was afraid of him. I mean, yeah, he's muscly as heck and he's like 10 years old. And then one day, Eric decided he was going to beat up Floyd and end the torment. He needed to gain the power to beat up Floyd, so he needed to start small. And that would be beating your way up through everyone, training yourself as if you were a Pokemon by dominating the rest of your school till you emerge as the tip-top leader of the whole thing. That's one way to go about it. This game has earned some recognition for being really heavily modded, which I think is super interesting. I didn't realize, I knew that people remixed and riffed on Scratch games and like borrowed assets and things like that. I didn't realize modding was like the right term or kind of what it was considered. I'm potentially interested in how all that would look, but for now, let's just fight old Edgar. Easy Edgar here. Maybe punch him straight in the head. He's even wearing like an Ash Ketchum hat, even though he himself is kind of simultaneously the Pokemon and the trainer is kind of what I'm reading into things. I also can chuck a shield up and just keep punching. I'm glad I had the shield there in that particular instance. If I boost my stamina back up by shouting and then keep on punching, I kind of don't understand how to lose. Perhaps I'll just train. Just go wail on this big old sack of potatoes. I don't know if like a friend of ours volunteered to climb into this bag and get pummeled by their friend. Like, I need to beef up, go climb in that sack of potatoes. I'm gonna punch you over and over again and just try and keep the noise down. We don't want to alert the teachers. Just take it. Just accept it. And that's how we all decided we were gonna trade, I suppose. I can swamp different things out, a better shield, and the ability to, I don't know, rip out their heart. I'm going to rip out your heart, Edgar. What are you going to do about that? Ain't no stopping me at that stage, I think. Nope, it appears to, like, chucking gum? It's like poison, though. Does damage over time. I think I'm just going to stick with the punching them like crazy with the occasional boost. And if I just do that rapidly enough, just commit really fully, you eventually start chipping away at the health and just don't give Edgar or his robot time to do anything. You guys think you're so smart, hunkering down like a metapod in the middle of a fight? I'm just gonna punch my way straight through it. What do you think of that? How's that for a brilliant technique? No stopping it. Oh, come on, my shield went down at the exact wrong moment. That was horribly non-ideal for me. I won. Punched him in the gut enough times. I, as a boy, am stronger than a boy and a robot. That's a serious test of strength, if you ask me. Look at him strutting away, posing, leaning on his robot as if they're the cock of the walk. I got a sandwich. A knuckle sandwich with your name on it, Edgar. Quill, normal difficulty, or I can skip to easy. There's a lot. There's many much. And Floyd at the very end. Extra bosses, there's mod bosses, which include a bird. I think that's supposed to be like separate and just like an option, something you could do. Instead, let's just go fight Victando, because they advertise themselves as also being easy. So I kind of just, you know, if they're gonna put it out there, I'm an easy one to fight. No challenge here. Then when I'm going around the playground picking fights looking for a scrap, I'm going to target the guy who's openly identifying himself as not being that hard to beat. And look at that. He just makes it fully known when he's about to attack. Chucking keyboards at me, like musical keyboards, I think. Yeah, that's deserving of a couple punches, I think, as are most things, but especially that. More than you would expect. Throwing tacos at me, I could have eaten those, man. What a crime against humanity. Lunch is like one of the best meals. It's in the top 3 for sure, and you've just spoiled it. I'm the winner. So now I can buy the e-beanie. It's a demo of the shop. It's not complete, and it may very well have not added anything. Quill is really committing to the goth look. Hasn't seen the sun in months. This is their first appearance outside. I mean, look at me. I'm as pale as can possibly be, and Quill's got me beat. I'm like maximally white, and Quill is taking it to a whole other level. Full necromancy style. Oh god, okay, yeah, maybe necromancy might actually be semi-accurate. I was kind of uncertain if they were about to throw up on me or something. I did not know what to make of that sound effect. No, come on, shield, you're too slow. Well, now it's too late. I'll catch it on the next one. I should have just kept punching, I guess. It would be nice. It would be nice if there was an indicator of a cooldown, because I really didn't know when that was coming. Guess I probably shouldn't know when it's how long it's coming back. Make things a little too easy, maybe. No, just keep punching then, man. If he's gonna keep doing that, we gotta wait it out anyways. Oh, come on. Yes, okay, just in time. Oh, okay, there's actually a sliding difficulty scale there. I will give it that. I could use the bigger shield. Maybe its cooldown is better. I don't know. I'm guessing there's like a larger game plan where more skills would be unlockable. I could always just go and punch the sack a few more times just to... I want to be careful with that wording, but you know what I'm saying. Larry, take on their boomerang. Yeah, I think I got your number, Larry. I know what's up. And what's up is you deserve a punch in the butt. If I had to choose a specific part to target my punches at, if you're going to turn away from me like that, yeah, I'm going to focus on punching your butt. It's honestly not even worth attacking while you got the shield up. It just turns into 100% misses. Ooh, I like that the shield takes damage. Nice added detail on that one. Focus on a stamina rebuild so I can unleash the fury. Just go full out. Larry, I gotta say, bud, I was expecting a bit better. Although cooldown never came back around. Never got a second round with the shields. That was a little bit sketch. Nun hat. It costs no money to purchase Nun hat. Johnny, we're jumping up to super hard. Bad kid. They're harder than Wallen. The ordering of these characters is very confusing. We got Marcus, Matt, Noah, and Floyd at the very end. I think there's a fun commitment to character designs here. Like trying out a bunch of different things. We got like presumably like an Aussie kid, just like some sort of punk rock skater street kid who looks like he came from like Los Angeles in the year 3000 and he's ready to defend his territory, like a straight up Wiccan, a witch type magical character. They have a witch's hat on their shirt rather than on their head. They're mixing things up there, combining, mixing and matching. You don't know what to expect. Totally unfamiliar, new to all of us. Basketball bro, he's slightly taller than everyone, so you know you're probably pretty good out on the court there. This looks like Larry from Jazza's old animations on Newgrounds, full like gladiatorial garb there, has some sort of massive chest wound. Guy picks a lot of fights, got a bruise on his eyeball. Noah, who plays with knives. So, you know, I'm a little bit concerned about this kid. They have they're like 9 years old and they got a big slash across their eye. Maybe someone should take the knives away from this child. Who's meant to be supervising here? No one's keeping an eye on this kid. He can barely keep an eye on himself. He only has like 1.5 eyes left. Keep the knives away from the kid. And then Floyd at the very end, tall as heck, beefaroni muscle arms. No one wants to mess with that guy. I am going to fight, I think, Marcus. Test out what it's like to fight a hard ranked enemy. And then at that point, I will feel adequately advanced to maybe move upward and onward to the higher level. That did like half of my health and damage with that one basketball toss. My timing of it was atrocious too. He totally like signaled he was about to do something and it was too late. Ooh, my shield's back in action. This is gonna be a breezy. Good luck, Marcus. At this stage, actually, I potentially can't lose. I just keep punching, smash that bull right in his face. He said like a quippy little insult, making fun of my stumpy little legs that are like 1/2 of an inch long or something like that. And then my amazing cool, one-liner retort was just to smash him in the face really hard with the basketball. That's what I think of you. I should fight Noah next, actually. That's a super hard in between. And I'm a little bit curious, is this guy going to straight up toss knives? Ooh, some of them have cutscenes. I didn't expect that. That's cool. Oh, man. I'm not allowed to shield? That's part of this somehow? Oh, God, I also have to be able to jump? It's like in a totally inaccessible, hard to reach part of the map, so I got to be like extra prepared for it. This is not a strong start. A lot of recovery is going to be needed here. I gotta be careful, make sure I'm loaded up on stamina. Those knives, those knife tosses. I'm probably not supposed to try to punch through the like gate that he put up. That's a whole other level to this game that I appreciate, actually, that they mixed up the battle styles. Yeah, I hurt myself by attacking through that force field, so that's good to learn. Lesson I effectively had to learn twice. Because the first time it just like didn't register. I'm doing it again. Apparently I never stop. Well, now it's just, I wanted to prove myself with some like massive incredible comeback there. Not the case. Set myself up for failure. Well, just biding my time. Joe Biden up in here. Dang it. You're not supposed to throw that often. Oh, I hate this guy. This guy's the worst. I got no rhythm or timing here at all. I'm barely keeping it together. Trying to be careful. Trying to be aware that he goes hard. There's no warm wind up to using the force field. So you kind of just gotta like find a little window where the force field is down and just go and commit as many punches as you can. No, I'm gonna die. No! This one's tough. All right, the game did a big 180 on me here. Super hard. Agreeable. I would agree with that assessment. That is my experience here. It's like simple, hilariously simple in a scratch game sort of way. But there is like, strategy, things I very specifically do actually have to keep an eye on, considerations I have to be making. They stash that away somewhere specifically easy to like allow your mouse to drift away from. So in that way, I dig it. I'm happy for the recommendation over in the channel's Discord group. hangs out in the Discord, and we just had users who are fans of their Scratch games who said, yeah, you should check this out. It has a very enjoyable quality in the fact that it very clearly is existing in this intersection of Scratch and like right at home as well with like Flash games that I would have grown up playing. And I think it's kind of cool the balance that was struck there. Obviously lots of room for additional equipment, new skills to learn, different mix-ups of the boss fight mechanics, things like that. And so, yeah, I totally understand why the Scratch community has gotten on board and started like contributing mods to this. And we got actual cutscenes. I want to know so badly what that full poster would have been. We buy what? Oh, He's punching our sack. That's ours. I sincerely hope there was no person in that after all. Ooh, intense. Oh god, he dazed us. I'm kind of like scared. I don't know what to do. Frozen. Oh my god, he's gonna chuck an entire rock at us. Oh, there was a pretty serious delay there. I totally had an opportunity to like do something about it. Oh, maybe he only gets to do that once. No, he's pointing and laughing at us. This is whatever strategy I'm currently attempting to use here is, it's not gonna work. The strategy of spamming the punch button, that's kind of all I came up with, you know? And it specifically did not do the trick. But maybe if instead I spam the punch button, give that like a second, still, it does so much damage. Presumably it's like a one-shot if you don't have a way to defend yourself. And so I don't know, can I get rid of that so I can have a shield back? I could try and use the other kind of shield. I can play around with some things. I could see if poison in any way is like more effective. It didn't really seem like it was that good to me at all. I do just like the artwork on the skills too. I think it's fun, it's well done, effective, I get it, it works. The stuns are no good. Although he doesn't really seem to capitalize on it too much when I really think about it, just kind of comes and goes. Oh god, oh no. Still 300, still pretty major. I don't think there's anything I can do about any of this. I don't know what to do about the hole in the ground. I don't know what to do about the fact that I don't have the ability to defend myself. All I can do is keep punching the way I've always punched. That's... What a bully. What a mean guy. I tell ya. I guess I'm chucking boogers at him. I'm sure it's gum. I'm fairly certain it's gum. But I do like to think that it's full-on boogies. That's just extra fun, enjoyable to think through. I don't know if piling them on causes the damage over time to increase. It almost doesn't even seem like it. There's such a huge delay on how often you can use them. I can't come anywhere near actually using my stamina, so I never actually have to use that. So I just chuck loogies at him every time it's an option. Dang nabbit. Let's fight Wallen. Let's just try out another character. I was mostly curious to see if they had a cutscene that would be fun to like watch, see if they were another character that had like a special moment, and just trying to see if I don't know, there's any version of making this poison effective. It is kind of useless currently as far as I've been able to ascertain. Get out of here with your big old flashlight. It's a bit much for me. Keep it to yourself. The poison, once it stacks up, is quite good. The shielding there was not very effective. That I can't believe I won that. Johnny did not attempt to fight Johnny either. Slingshot, the bad kid himself. Yes, he's fireballing things straight up at us. He shoots a lot of them, actually. I can see how he's considered specifically a difficult character just because of his frequency of attacking. Once he starts, he never stops until he eventually gets bored of it and does stop. But it took a while to get there. Holy moly. You know what? The poison's pretty good because you just literally never have to worry about stamina. So in that sense, it's maybe a little overpowered. Matt's the only one I haven't fought other than I mean, we have fought and failed to have beaten the main guy. Nah, I'm gonna ask you to hang right back there. I don't know what kind of magic, mystical fire punch you're trying to do or anything. The world's like lamest Hadouken. I'm gonna say just like keep in your own space there. Personal bubbles, you know, learn to respect everyone's private space. My personal bubble, Matt. You're very invasive. I'd like you to learn a thing or two about personal hygiene before you decide you're going to get all up in my shit. You're not even wearing a shirt. So, you know, back up. Well, basically crushed everything. Figured out kind of the flow and the rhythm of the game. The battle against Noah, specifically very hard, and now this one. I don't even know what I can do. I could put a hat on. That's my first thought of something I could do. And I'm grabbing up the big shield. I'm just gonna try and just go back to my same old number one unstoppable strategy, you know? Unstoppable. Perfect. I wonder if it's kind of more like a rhythm thing. That I just have to be really attuned to clicking things the second they're available, and that his attacks are timed out in a way that, like, it specifically, I have to be, like, flawless on my end for it to work at all. So I'm going in with that assumption. You can still do your stamina boost even while you're dazed, so you can kind of attempt to put a little bit of focus there. That's like one thing I could try and do to stay in the fight even just like a little bit. Stamina, ready to punch as soon as it's available. Just spam clicking it like crazy. That's not perfect, but I was like very far away from finishing them off, so I don't know what more I could have done there. I had to skim the comments because, like, I don't get it. I had no concept of what I'm actually supposed to be doing here, and I was focusing very much on, like, the wrong thing. It hadn't registered for me that you can break that rock when he summons it, and so absolutely that alone I think is like the main thing. Now that I haven't taken that insane amount of damage, and I guess I probably should have snuck the shield in. I don't know if I would have been able to pump out enough attacks in that moment, actually. So it's a little bit tricky, but there's at least I have something to go off of. Oh, come on. Oh, it's so close to figuring it out. I don't know if there's enough stamina to be able to summon the shield. Maybe if I do that now, like ahead of time, like way ahead of time, and the second it's available, bust that up. Dang it. All right, I got stunned kind of at the wrong moment there. Come on. Get your head back in it. Yes. Okay, now I got the shield up and punched through the rock, and so I should be kind of fine. That was like the number one thing. I don't know how maybe it's a timing. Maybe when he reaches a certain amount of damage taken, then you lose your ability to shield anymore. But this is it. This will be fine now. That was like the singular thing, is realizing that you have a brief window of time in which you can smash up that rock. What do you think of that, Floyd? Not Pink Floyd, more like red and blue all over Floyd. Bam. Victory. Floyd fell to the floor. He was finally defeated. Eric stared at Floyd. He felt as if something wasn't right. Poor guy. I mean, kind of. Not really, though. We don't actually feel that bad for him, do we? A little bit. A little shred of empathy. How very nice of Eric. And then we just drag him around right along on the concrete and chuck him off a cliff. The end. Immediately after disposing of the body. That's where the game ends. So there's a lot that could be added. A simple concept. I think it works well for like a free online game to mess around with. I like the idea that people have taken upon themselves to mod the game quite heavily. I think all that is very cool. I probably won't play the mods on the channel here myself, but you know they exist, so go wild, go check it out. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.